86. Mostly sunny, warm, and humid Thursday. High tomorrow 82 to 89. Then Friday will be partly sunny and very warm with a high of 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. It is February 23rd. It's one of those days where it's 2/23/22, but if you read it backwards, it's still 2/23/22. It's one of those weird conveyances that happens on the calendar every now and then. It's also the fourth Wednesday of the month, which means this guy shouldn't be in the studio, but he is anyway. Robert Colin from On Top of the World. Robert, we missed you last week, but you made up by showing up this week.
Yep.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to see you, Tom.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, I know you brought somebody with you, as you do always, a very important guest. This week it's Christina Shear. And Christina, good morning.
Good morning.
And it's time for some pixie dust and stuff like that, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's time for our Gnome and Fairy Festival at Shalom Park.
Christina runs Shalom Park. Is that?
No,
I don't know. I don't know if that's technically it.
She's our events manager.
You're the events manager at Shalom Park.
I handle the events, but I do not run Shalom Park.
Yeah, but handling the events pretty much makes you in charge. We'll just go with that.
Okay.
We'll just go with that. But this is this is the third annual one, and this is a big event.
It is a big event. Yes, it's one of our larger events. It's our Fun at the Park series that we do 2 times a year now. And Gnome and Fairy Festival, this is our third annual Gnome and Fairy Festival that we do in typically the last Sunday of February. And then we also have our Let's Get Buggy, which we typically do in the fall, late October, third to fourth weekend of October.
I got to ask the obvious question here, because it's such a fun little festival with fairies and gnomes. Mm-hmm. How did you come up with was the idea of fairies and gnomes brought up and became an event at Shalom Park?
Well, I kind of feel like that's just something that the park, we have an Enchanted Forest at the park. So ever since I came on board with Shalom Park, I kind of had that in my mind of an Enchanted Forest, how can we make it feel more enchanted? And then after just some ideas, and also there's a park called Lou Gardens down in the Winter Park, Orlando area. And I had gone to one of their events and they had fairy doors one time. I'm like, perfect. That would be a perfect addition to our Enchanted Forest to make it feel truly enchanted, at least one time a year, one day a year. So that's kind of how it came about, and pitched it to our team, and they were all for it. And we didn't want to just make it all about fairies, so we brought in the gnomes too. And people love like Renaissance
Diversity.
festivals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the gnomes kind of make me feel like I'm stepping back into, no offense, Disney World, the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs type feel.
And that too is that Enchanted Forest feel. So magical, have the gnomes kind of in their little homes in the trees, and
get a little Billy Goat gruff going on. We can have a lot
We have
going
a
on there.
dragon, though. Skippy the
we do have
dragon.
a
Oh,
dragon.
And Skippy is about 7 feet tall, and
I
he's
think
huge.
he's taller than that,
The
but I
life-size
think from
dragon that walks around.
nose to tail, he's nearly 20 feet.
Yeah.
So now this is a male dragon as opposed to a female dragon who is married to Donkey.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Is there an
For your
ogre?
correct,
Is there an ogre anywhere in this Enchanted Forest? Because I know a guy who could play one.
We do not have one, so
I know a guy.
Maybe you need to send
I
us
know a
some
guy
names.
who has many pictures of him as an ogre, and Universal is like, you need a job?
Really? Wow. Well, of course, we want to, even Skippy, he's got a even though he breathes smoke, we try to make, he's definitely a more friendly dragon. We don't want to scare anybody either. So
Most dragons are friendly, I thought.
most dragons are friendly.
Except for the ones in Game of Thrones. They didn't
Exactly.
seem
I was
very
gonna say,
friendly.
Game of Thrones were
They didn't
not
seem very friendly,
necessarily friendly.
But this is something, obviously, that's geared towards families.
yes.
right.
Not, and notice I didn't say geared towards children. It's geared towards families.
Toward families, but we have so much, there's so many different things going on at the park that day. It's not just finding fairy doors in our forest, which we even have, in addition to a handout map, you can download a map app that will help direct you through your phone's GPS to find that fairy door. But we also have magical merchants, so there's all kinds of stuff that people can come and just browse and shop our magical marketplace. And we have a 6-piece Celtic band on stage. They perform from 1 to 4 p.m. and everybody seems to love them. This is our 3rd year having them back. And they also have Irish step dancers. So in addition to the music, you also get a chance to see Irish step dancers
So
perform.
this is like a fun, no chance of losing a life version of Zelda.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
So even though, again, we are kind of, encouraging families to come and enjoy the day, we do get a lot of adults from our surrounding communities that just bring their chairs and they park their chairs in front of the band, in front of the stage, and listen to music. It's a live concert in the afternoon.
If I could get my wife convinced, because she's doing a lot of work right now, transitioning from one location to another with her business. I would love to come watch a Celtic band for 3 hours, just with nothing else. I don't need the rest of the fairy doors and everything, just a Celtic band. Because one of my favorite music groups, and I love Ren fairs. I love Renaissance festivals, medieval fairs. One of my favorite bands is a band called Empty Hats. And Empty Hats, a 4-piece Celtic band that plays all the Ren fair. Like right now, they're playing Barf down in Tampa, the Bay Area Renaissance Festival.
Okay.
But they played Hogtown 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But their Celtic band is fantastic music, and you got the dancers and everything. It's like you went into Raglan Road without having to go to Disney.
Exactly. There you go.
It's fantastic. Now,
Right here in Ocala.
right here in Ocala. Now, was it a natural fit with the Celtic feel and everything with the Enchanted Forest? Did it just come together?
Yes, yeah. We, as we were researching bands, we had found a company out of the Orlando area, and they pieced a few other people to come in to give it more that fairy enchanted feel by bringing in the harpist with it. So harp music, you think that twinkly kind of music brings in that fairy magic.
So there's going to be somebody on stage with a harp, playing a harp in this band.
I'm sorry?
There'll be a harpist.
Harpist, yes.
Wow.
Harpist.
Which isn't the only time we have a harpist going to be at Sholem Park. So if we could even transition to that, which is in April.
Yes,
big event coming up.
a big event in April, and you'll have to. I would suggest anybody that would be interested or loves music to check out the Harp Twins. They are based out of our suburb of Chicago. We're going to have them for our Spring Strings concert on April 9th, and it's identical twins. And they have played harp since they were very, very young. I think they're in their late 20s, early 30s maybe now. I'm not quite even sure how old they are. But they play everything from Led Zeppelin to Nordic, Celtic, Iron Maiden. I mean, they play rock, metal.
Is that are they two brothers?
No, sisters.
Sisters, okay.
Sisters.
Because I've seen two brothers that play harps, cellos, and
Cello.
everything. That they
The cellist, I know which ones you're talking about.
They're amazing too.
Yes.
So this isn't like dueling pianos, but it's like harps that play all kind of
They
music.
play
and
electric
everything.
harp,
Right.
but they also play like grand harp as well.
Right.
But most of their concerts are typically with electric harp because it gives them a little more flexibility as to the style.
And now
of
that's
music
in
they're
April.
Playing. April 9th. It's a Saturday afternoon. Again, it's one of those events that the park will be closed for half of a day. So if you have registered for this event, is when you'll be able to come in for the afternoon.
Now, this event this weekend, Fun at the Park,
Yes.
the Gnome and Fairy Festival. Is there a cost associated with this event?
Not for entry, but however, we do charge parking fees. We have 2 different parking lots that you can come to. We have Our main entrance is what we are considering our VIP entrance. So there is a $10 fee for parking there, and then we have our general parking, which is $5. However, people are able to, we have a great cart path now that leads right up to the park. So we have our surrounding communities that can ride their bikes there or walk. And there's no fee for that, obviously, because they're not.
But for outside parking, there is $5 fee for
Vehicle
general
parking,
admission,
yes.
$10 for VIP
Correct.
parking.
And that allows us to cover the cost of the band, basically.
Yeah, it
Right.
pretty much helps with some of the cost.
Yeah, well-
some of the cost.
But still, $10 if you VIP park, which would probably put you right up near where you don't have to walk very far and
Right,
stuff
and
like
there's
that.
a
Correct,
golf
a
cart
little
that'll pick you
closer.
up if you need it too.
Well, I would need it. I'm fat and out of shape.
VIP parking is our main entrance, the $10 fee, and that does get you closer, and it is very limited. We have very limited parking in our main entrance. So that's why we have to open up a back entrance to the park that's more of an open pasture that we turn into parking.
Now, is the park closed to people on
Yes.
On Saturday?
Yes.
The normal
Sunday.
public.
Sunday.
Sunday. I mean, the normal public will not be able to come and take advantage of Shalom Park
Correct.
during this festival.
Well, no, anyone can come from 12 until 4, but the park will be closed for normal, like,
Right.
don't plan your normal Sunday morning walk at the park.
That's
that
what I
day.
mean. You
Yes.
taking 2 sub sandwiches and your dog.
Correct.
And
You're welcome to
going
do
up
that
to the
after
nature.
12.
Right. Yeah.
There will be food trucks there too.
Yes.
So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Talk about the food trucks.
So part of our magical marketplace, we bring in different merchants that are going to set up their little booths, and they'll be selling everything mystical merchandise and services. But our food trucks are doing that. Fantastical fairs is what we call it. So we have Big Lee's, Serious About Barbecue. We have Kona Ice. We have Sweet Baby Cheeses, Ziggy's Taste of Detroit, and One Way Coffee.
what
would
is
be our-
Ziggy's Taste of Detroit? What is a delicacy of Detroit?
I spotted baklava on their menu, and they do coney dogs. They do
Well,
they do
Detroit style
sandwiches.
coney
yeah,
dogs.
Detroit.
So
No,
Detroit,
it comes with, like, a Chicago dog comes with certain toppings.
Right.
A Detroit dog comes with certain toppings and
Okay.
everything.
Yes,
So
yeah.
it's a hot dog, but with a toppings are a Detroit-based thing.
Correct.
People in Detroit would be like, we know exactly what he's talking about.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I know it comes with Detroit toppings.
Yes, yes. So and sandwiches as well, and everything's kind of from that Detroit
Right.
flavor.
Yeah, I didn't realize Detroit had its own pizza till recently.
Yeah.
And I'm a pizza snob who's worked in the pizza business for a very long time.
Wow.
Didn't know Detroit had its own style of pizza.
Style of pizza. Wow.
I didn't know
did
Detroit had
not
its
know.
own style. Let's be honest, okay? I didn't know that. I had no idea. I
Okay.
thought Detroit style was an automobile. That's all I thought.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. So,
Tires or something.
but so the food truck, then you're going to have a variety of food trucks, from barbecue to Detroit style food, and is Kona Ice everywhere? I think
are.
they may be everywhere.
They are. They are.
But that's a huge hit with the kids, the Kona
Exactly.
Ice. But I like my way around a snow cone every now and then too. It's pretty good. And they
Especially-
don't like it called snow cones, but it's a frozen ice drink.
Yes, and and they have some great ones too.
They
but
do.
It's great flavors. But I just checked the weather. It's going to be low 80s that day, and mostly sunny. So it's going to be a warm day. So snow cone sounds good to me.
It does. Now, once you're in the event, is the event centralized to one area, or does the whole park encompass the event?
We do. It's the north side of the park for the most part. It's from our stage all the way to our Enchanted Forest. So the only area that we're not really utilizing would be our formal garden and our labyrinth. People can still walk over there. They can still go for a walk in that area of the park on their own, but there's not going to be anything going on that's event related there.
Right, but still, you can access
You can
that
still
side of the
enjoy it,
park.
yeah.
If you paid to park and you come in, you can access that part of the
If you
park.
want to go have your own picnic over there,
Right.
if you want to you're welcome to bring your own food. If the food trucks don't sound like what you want, you're welcome to bring your own little picnic basket and set up your own picnic for the day too.
And that brings me to the next question: is this a chair and blanket friendly event?
Absolutely. We encourage that. Yes, because especially if you're coming to listen to music, you want to have a place to sit. We do have a few benches, but not enough for everybody that's going to be watching the band.
So it is a blanket, and it's from 8 a.m. again till noon.
No, it's 12 until 4.
Oh,
Gates
noon to
open at
4.
noon.
Okay.
Yeah, gates
The
open at
opposite
noon.
way.
Correct. Gates open at noon, and then the event concludes at 4 o'clock.
Okay. That it sounds like it's going to be fantastic. Now, I know that you're looking for fairy doors and everything. Are there other events as well?
Absolutely. In addition to searching for fairy doors in our Enchanted Forest, we will, throughout the park, have those little gnomes. I couldn't think of the word there for a second. The little gnomes are going to be hidden throughout the park, too. So it's just kind of spotting them along the way. We have our unicorns. We have magical unicorns. So Lily and Lancelot, that will be there, and you can get in line and take pictures with Lily and Lancelot. We have a fairy godmother that will be set up in our pergebo. If you're familiar with our pergebo, it's kind of the very center point of the park that is a jasmine-covered pergola / gazebo, so we made up the word pergebo, and it's the perfect magical spot for our fairy godmother, and she is there for not only to take pictures, but she's sharing enchanted tales with the children.
And then Ocala Rocks will be there. That's a free event where you decorate rocks. The Early Learning Coalition will be there, and they're going to be making dragon eggs. So you if you're there with your kids, or some adults that do it too, you can make your own dragon egg. Part of our magical marketplace includes some of our partners that have kind of come along with us throughout the years, and have always set up a station that's an interactive station for children. So, like you mentioned, Early Learning Coalition, and they give out They give out books, they give out fairy wings, they do interactive crafts like the dragon eggs that you just mentioned. Ocala Rocks. I think you're familiar with them as well.
I have one in my console right now that I found.
They're
at
always,
Shalom Park, by the way.
They are always, they're also hiding some rocks for us that day, but you can come up to their little station and make your own little fairy or gnome rock or whatever you want it to be. We also have our presenting sponsor this year, which is Osley Construction. They're going to have
Ken and those guys do a great job.
Yes,
he's a great guy.
Ken's a good guy.
We are so excited to have them on board. They're helping us with this event. This event continues to grow, so with the growth, the expenses grow as well. So this has been very helpful for us to continue this event.
Well, in Osley Construction, we would typically give them a booth or a table that they could, whatever they'd want to do with it, and they're donating that to
Kimberly Center.
Which helps well. Who do they help?
They help children, abused children, or children that are being removed from their homes for whatever reason. They're
from situations that aren't the best for the child.
So again,
correct.
You were saying Ken
Osley
is a great guy. I mean, this is the kind
he
of thing
really
that he does for the community.
Yeah, instead of promoting his business with the booth, he's giving Kimberly's Center a chance to promote an upcoming, I think it's a 5K.
Okay, which will be in Calessa, by the way.
Yeah, well, yes, in Calessa. So they're going to be there, but they're also going to be handing out things as well. So I think they mentioned bubbles, or and of course bubbles are magical. So they'll have some free stuff to hand out to people. So there's free things there, but then you've got a lot of fun merchants that will be there, selling their items as well.
Let's go back to your unicorns. What are their names again?
Lily and Lancelot.
Do you know Lily and Lancelot are part of the national treasure because they're the national animal of what country? Do we know this answer?
Oh, unicorns?
Unicorns literally are the national animal
New Zealand?
of a country.
Netherlands.
Scotland.
Scotland.
With the Gaelic music and everything.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Literally
Okay.
the official animal of Scotland is the unicorn.
Okay.
They got a lot
Did not know.
Got a lot of gnomes and fairies in Scotland too.
Guess so.
A lot of gnomes and fairies in that clover covered Scotland. So see, it works perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is there going to be, kids love things like bounce houses and stuff like that. Is any of that going to be there? Or we not do it? We're foregoing that with this festival.
Correct. I think there's plenty of entertainment for children. Bounce houses are fun, but I think they're a little safer in the backyard where you have a little more control of how many kids. We have hundreds of kids coming to this event, and we'd have to really limit their time inside of a bounce house.
It's really just a WWE ring is all a bounce house is. That's all a bounce house is.
True. This is very true. So there's potential injury that could happen if you have too many children in there. And so, if we tried to give everybody a chance inside the bounce house, they'd maybe be in there for 2 minutes.
Is there photo booths opportunity or selfie opportunities and all going to be around the event?
Not necessarily a photo booth, but people will be able to do, again, the unicorns meeting the unicorns, and that's a great photo
Skippy the
opportunity.
Dragon,
Skippy the Dragon, people get great photos with them, with our fairy godmother. So there's plenty of photo
And
opportunities.
there's always kids that are dressed as fairies.
Right.
Or my son, I think he'll be looking like a gnome.
A gnome. We're dressing him as a gnome this year.
Is there a place that somebody like me, so I don't scare the kids, could come get face painting?
You know what? We did not get a face painter on board this year.
Well, I'll scare kids and I can't come.
We would love to have a face painter join our magical merchants, but
I can't come then because I would scare little kids. They'd look at this.
What do you do? You do all green or what?
No, just this.
Oh, okay.
They'd be like, Mom, there's an angry gnome. We got to go. We got to go. So how many kids or how many families do you typically expect at an event like this?
Well, this again is our third year. Last year was a little different because
The
of,
pandemic.
Exactly. So our first year rolling this event out, we had around 5,000 people in attendance. Obviously a lot of families. We don't know exactly how many children versus adults. Last year, that number had dropped drastically to just around 1,000 people.
I bet you get more than 5,000 this year.
People
are ready to come outside.
Yes, I think this year I do feel that people are ready to kind of get back to normal and they feel safer. And this is an outdoor event, so that gives them some security as well. So
The year we had 5,000, you could really feel it coming on social media that it was getting spread out to 150
it was building,
people.
yeah.
And we're seeing like traction like that, but not at the level it was. And we're not even spending the advertising for that as well. So I think a more intimate level, 1,500 people, which doesn't seem like a lot when you're at the park, that 44-acre park. 1,500 people doesn't look very much.
Right.
But it's healthy and it's fun. So if we get 1,500 people, I think that would be very successful.
The gnome, I'm a big fan of gnomes because I'm a big fan of the Seven Dwarfs, and so they remind me of them. But the conglomeration of these two together to bring as a family event, it's one of the fun ways you can do things that includes everybody.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so this is the third one. And it's always the last weekend of February. Is that
we
where it's
try
been?
to make it depending. We attempt to look at the schedules ahead and make sure we're not lining up with any other events that are happening, but it doesn't always work out that way. So it's either the third or the fourth Sunday of February.
Now, do people need to go register for this event ahead of time by going to a website or anything?
No, they do not. This is just pay at the gate for your parking, cash only so we don't take cards at the gate. So this particular event, you do not have to register in advance. As we mentioned earlier, a little bit about the Spring Strings concert, that is registration only. You will need to visit our website, sholompark.org, which is SHOLOM.org. So that would be for Spring Strings. We have our last Sunset Cinema movie coming up. On Friday, March 4th. That's our last movie of the season because, of course, the time changes and it gets darker later. So March 4th, just watch out for that. That is also something that we prefer to register. The movie that we're playing is Going in Style. It's a comedy crime movie with Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin. So fun movie. I watched it last week just to kind of check it out, and I think people will love it. But it's just the experience. Sometimes people have already seen these movies that we've played, but being out at the park, putting your blanket out, your chair, you're under the stars. It's just a fun experience. We have a great sound system that makes you feel. I mean, you actually feel the sound.
You're
in
almost
the ground.
like you're in IMAX.
There you go. Yes, exactly. So between our 25-foot movie screen and this great sound system where you actually feel the sound in the ground and rumbling in the ground, it gives you a great experience. So we encourage people to register for that as well.
We'll go check out Fun at the Park. It's this weekend, February 27th, from gates open at noon, goes from 12 to 4. Musical entertainment starts at 1 o'clock. Christina, Robert, thanks so much for stopping by and talking to us. And Robert, we'll see you next week.
Is it next week? Yeah.
Next week's the first. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
As Russia invades the sovereignty of Ukraine with troops and military hardware, President Biden has put a sanction on Russia.
Far beyond the steps we and our allies and partners implemented in 2014. And if Russia goes further with this invasion, we stand prepared to go further as with sanctions.
The sanction imposed by the White House against Russia cannot solve a thing. Anatoly Antonov, the Russian ambassador to the United States, said on social media, "I don't remember a single day when our country lived without any restrictions from the Western world. We have learned to work in such conditions and not only have survived, but also to develop our state." End quote. A jury on Tuesday found father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael and their former neighbor William Bryan guilty of hate crimes when they murdered Ahmaud Arbery nearly 2 years ago in a Brunswick, Georgia neighborhood. Thanks for listening. It's well appreciated. We are USA Radio News.
Hey team, it's a full house. We got to pick up the pace.
At Hank's Restaurant, the line goes around the block.
This for 12? Okay, I need the truffle oil drizzle.
What he needs is another line cook.
Oh man, are the quail breasts still in the sous vide? Dave, can you keep an eye on that, please?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, a potential sign of flu or COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Exergent Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Exergent Temporal Scanners are available at Walmart and other fine retailers. Learn more at Exergent.com. That's EXERGEN.com. Exergent is changing the way the world takes temperature.
Okay, folks, you know how much we love MyPillow products and what this company Mike Lindell has built stands for. Well, they've got a deal for you, and we don't know how much longer this is going to continue, so listen up. I mean, right now. If you buy one Giza Dream Sheet set, you'll get one free. Now, let's talk about these sheets. They've got to be the softest sheets I've ever slept on. I mean, really. The MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets are made from the world's best Egyptian cotton. Ultra soft and breathable. They are fantastic sheets. It's a new year. Why not start it off by upgrading your bedding? This is a great time to upgrade your sheets, pillows, and towels and get yourself some MyPillow products. And their premium pillows are also buy one, get one free right now. They've got all kinds of radio specials going on. If you want to see more, just go to MyPillow.com and click on Radio Listener Specials. Use the promo code BUBBA and get your buy one Giza Dream Sheet set and get another one for free, or the premium MyPillow buy one, get one free deal. That's MyPillow.com. Click Radio Listener Specials and use the code BUBBA.
Florida's Kids Helping Kids is proud to be hosting the Marion County Fair Winter Carnival. Our chili cook-off for kids is February 26th, as well as our beauty contest. The Marion County Fair will also feature Jimmy Riffle and Sarah from the Gator Boys. It'll have camel rides, pony rides, and a petting zoo. There'll be live entertainment sponsored by our talented local performers. You can save by purchasing your tickets to the fair during a pre-sale by going to dreamland-events-upcoming-events-carnival/#Marion. For more information or for vendor space and entertainment schedules, go to MarionCountyFairFL.com. It's the Marion County Fair Winter Carnival, sponsored by Kids Helping Kids.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Now you've done it.